Hello, so just doing a follow-up video to my last one of how much do heat pumps actually cost to run, and I'm going to show you some real-world data on heat pumps, what we have actually installed. We've got all of our heat pumps on a monitoring system, so we can go on a full year's worth of data of some of the heat pumps that we've installed and get some real running costs for what them heat pump actually cost these customers for the year. Um, so let's have a start on this one. Into details, we'll go on to a full year's worth of data and we'll go back to 2025. So this heat pump ran at a SCOP of 4.5 over the year. So remember, that means every 1 kilowatt hour of energy that the heat pump used, it generated 4.5 kilowatt hours of energy into the property. So if we look at the electrical consumption for the year, then we can work out how much this heat pump actually costs for the year. So if we click on this in 2025, this heat pump for the full year used 2,818 kilowatt hours. This was a property with a heat loss of 4.58 kilowatts. It was 94 meters squared, detached property, um, and at 0.21p per kilowatt hour, which is, I've just used the tariff which I'm on for my heat pump. I pay 21p per kilowatt hour. That's just a flat rate for all my electricity. So based off of that tariff, it would cost £591 for the year to that's for heating and hot water and to give comfort temperatures all year round on this property. So it's not like a boiler where we're paying these sort of prices to just have it on for an hour in the morning and a couple of hours at night. This has cost, £591 to keep this property warm all year round. If we go on to our next one, and we'll look at a year's worth of data on this, 2025. So in 2025, this heat pump ran at a SCOP of 5.1. The heat loss of this property was 4 kilowatts. It's a 80 meter square floor area property, and total electricity consumption was 2,644 kilowatt hours. So that would cost £555 for heating and hot water to keep this property at its comfort temperatures all year round. Starting to see a pattern here that it's not actually looking how Billy Bull describes it down the pub, where he says they cost thousands and thousands and thousands. But let's go on to the next one. So we're going a year's worth of data on this one. So in 2025, this heat pump ran at a SCOP of 4, so an efficiency of 400%. Every 1 kilowatt hour of energy it was using, it produced 4 kilowatt hours into the property. That's your SCOP, so that's averaged over the year. Energy consumption, 3,780 kilowatt hours on this property. And this was a 5.44 kilowatt heat loss property. It was 162 meters squared floor area. So to give this property heating and hot water, maintaining comfort temperatures all year round, it was £793. And I know it was a lot less for this customer as well because they have solar and batteries, so they're paying. We actually did an interview with this customer, so if you subscribe, we'll be posting it on YouTube very soon, and you'll be able to see. I can't remember what he was actually paying, but it averaged, I think it was like less than £20, £20 a month. It might have even been. but yeah, we'll be posting that on YouTube. So we had solar and batteries, so then he paid way less than that £793 I've just said there. We'll go on to the next one. We have years worth of data. We'll go to 2025. This heat pump ran at a SCOP of 5.3, so 530% efficient. The property was a 7.6 kilowatt heat loss, 167 meter square detached property. Electricity consumption for the year, 4,772 kilowatt hours, which is equivalent to £1,002 on this property. And the last one, which I have done some data for, is this one. Got any 25. So this property ran at a SCOP of 3.9 for the year. So its overall efficiency averaged over the year. It was an 8.14 kilowatt heat loss property. It was 155 meter squared floor area, detached property. And for the year, electricity consumption 5,367 kilowatt hours, which is equivalent to £1,127. So, and I can go through this customer list here. We've got loads and loads and loads and loads of customers, all with the same sort of figures. We don't get this many people coming to us for heat pumps. I'm pretty sure we'd have a bad reputation by now if it was costing people this arm and a leg what they seem to go on about. But yeah, in most cases they're going to be cheaper than a gas boiler to run, and they're going to keep you more comfortable because they're keeping you warm all year round. Don't get me wrong, there are heat pumps out there what are costing a fortune to run, but it's not because the heat pumps are bad. It's because the installers who have put them in are bad. So there's a big difference there. You just need to make sure you've got somebody who knows what they're doing with heat pumps, and you'll be grand. There'll be nothing at all to worry about. Um, yeah, if there's any more myths what you want busting, I'll be doing a lot more of these sort of videos. But if there's any in particular what you would like me to cover, then just let us know. And if you subscribe, then you should get the updates of when we do our next videos on that.